Hey guys, welcome to today's report. In today's video, I wanted to talk about multifamily. Now, I always trash on multifamily. I tell you guys it's really not a good asset class to invest in. In fact, a lot of my members who are part of my mastermind have moved over from multifamily into light industrial. Anyways, today's video, I just wanted to talk about my experiences in multifamily. Obviously, I do have an article here that I'm going to go over in just a second. But my experience as a Houston multifamily operator, obviously, I bought deals all over Texas. But my thing as a Houston multifamily operator and why I decided to get out in 2019. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Hamza Ali. I am the king of flex space. I started investing in flex space, light industrial, office warehouse in 2014 when I came to America as an immigrant. Continued investing in flex space, moved very quickly into multifamily, and I'll tell you the reasons I moved into multifamily. At that time, operating multifamily was extremely easy to get debt. It was easy to place debt. Everybody and their uncle were throwing money at it, and as a result of that, as a result of easy, cheap Fannie, Freddie Mac, bridge, mezzanine type debt, non-recourse, of course, and all those good things, a lot of operators started promoting multifamily as this golden goose, right? They kept saying that multifamily is the best asset class, and it was only really because they were easily able to close on deals because debt was easily achievable for them. If I think, in my personal opinion, if debt was not so easily accessible, all these multifamily gurus and syndicators and funds and all of that would have a really tough time operating in that space, and they would have all found other stuff. It's just that it became easy to secure debt, and that is why they ended up doing it. And we have such example right here, right? I'm not going to say anything. This is the real deal. You can check out their website. You can write in Arbor Forecloses, and you'll get these guys details. A few things I want to tell you. This is a $229 million portfolio. That means these gentlemen, fairly sophisticated, probably very fee heavy, and so they had to make fun. They had to make money as part of their fund, as part of their syndication, however, whatever their model is. And they acquired a $229 million portfolio, right? Maybe it was a little less, maybe it was a little more. But generally, these multifamily deals that people are trying to add value to are these in my opinion, these D class deals, right? They might be in better locations. They're usually 60s, 70s construction. They're very problematic. And the hopes for these guys was that, hey, we're going to come in, we're going to pay X amount of dollars, right? Let's just say we're going to pay $1 million. We're going to add $400,000 of value add into this deal. And once we do, the rents are going to go up, the occupancies are going to go up, and this deal is going to be worth $2 million, right? So on $1.4 million, they made an additional $600,000. Generally, this is generally how these operators operate. Unfortunately, I think in 2020, after the low interest rates climate ended, and we quickly realized that these homes take a lot of maintenance. People have a lot of options. And there's just a lot of this, and they're also competing with new construction, which is also very reasonably priced in comparison to these value-added deals. There was just too much, and the market got too saturated. And as a result of this, now I don't think that these guys are bad operators. I don't think that these guys took risky debt. I don't think that these guys had the intention to tell their investors, hey, we're going to foreclose on these deals just because we can't pay the debt. I do, however, think that they jumped on the bandwagon, right? The multifamily bandwagon. And just like everybody else, they jumped on and they realized that, hey, this is something that we want to do. We can make money via fees, via other vehicles that they make money on. So these guys probably ended up making a ton of money on this portfolio. The people who probably ended up getting screwed, and once again I say probably because I'm not 100% certain, I'm just going off of the things that the article is saying over here, are probably the investors, right? The investors, I guess, would probably be the people most affected by this deal. Now, Arbor is gonna, it was foreclosing on these 4 or 5 different apartment complexes, or maybe more, because it's quite a bit. It's 3,200 apartment units. So it's time for them to give the keys. Now, what made Arbor foreclose on these deals? Higher interest rates could be number one. Floating rates could be number two, meaning as the debt got more expensive, as interest rates kept going up, the interest rate on their deal, which was floating at the time, also probably ended up going up, right? So I just wanted to bring some clarification because and not this specific deal. This is just an example that I wanted to bring forward, so that all the multifamily guys really understand what they're going to get into. There's going to be plenty of opportunity, I'm sure, as a result of things like this. But when you are investing in multifamily, when you are really talking to your investors and really selling them a dream where they're going to make a ton of money, when they're going to do it, things are going to happen. In most cases, those things are not true. You are just, thinking about your own fees. In some cases, you may have ridden the wave. Good for you. You may have made money over the past couple of years. I did too, so it's not really too much of an issue. But in most cases, right now, I think is going to be a very difficult time for multifamily guys, because I don't think rents are going to go up as price of everything goes up, including insurance, including what else do we have that's going up? Insurance, mortgage, interest, right? Expenses in general are going up because everything is more expensive. I think these guys are going to have a very hard time. And if they don't, a lot of these operators are already underwater. I'm not going to mention names. I'm going to wait for all the articles to come out, because end of the day, I don't want to be the guy who is saying something that is not official, right? So I'm going to wait for a couple more bankruptcies to come forward. And then I'm going to, just share those articles with you guys so that you guys are aware of what is going on in the world of multifamily. I think this is extremely important. I think it's a good way for me to keep connected with you guys as far as my office. Like I told you guys, I am an entrepreneur who does YouTube on the side. I'm not a YouTuber that has a business, right? So I have to find a good way to be able to connect with you guys, but I also need to find a consistent way for me to make videos for you guys to be a part of my YouTube community. Now, remember, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I'm going to be posting daily content like this with articles to support what I have to say, to support the topic that I'm going to bring forward. And it's going to be very important for you guys to be in the know-how if you guys are in the world of funds, syndications, real estate investments, and so forth.